Welcome to the Digital How-To series. Today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to create a Google search campaign. What do I mean by Google search campaign? I mean looking at serving adverts to people who are searching for specific keywords in relation to a product or service. In this case, I'm going to use the Algorithm Agency website as a simple example. We offer digital marketing and SEO services amongst many other things. So let's just assume for this demo, to keep things simple, that we're going to target people searching for SEO agencies and SEO service providers. So now I'm going to switch to the Google Ads platform. Pretty much on every screen you'll see a big button saying create a new campaign. So let's create a new campaign. The starting point will be Google asking you what the objective is of your campaign. They're pretty self-explanatory, and under each option it will tell you what types of ads are available under that objective. In this case we're going after leads, so people contacting us. It then surfaces all the different ad types that fall under that objective. In this case we're going for Google Search, so we select Google Search. Then it asks us how we want to reach our goal. So in this case we want to drive people to the website so hopefully they take an action and contact us. Next it's going to ask me what your website address is, so let me just cut and paste that URL into there. Just wait for Google to pick that up and then hit continue. We now need to give the campaign a name, so I'm going to call this Search Network, so that's a search campaign, and I'm just going to call it SEO just to keep things nice and simple. Pretty much keep the standard options that Google displays. Their objective is to get you more leads, so generally speaking it's best to go with their recommended settings. Here you can see that we can actually tailor our campaign to different geographies or locations. So let's just say that we want to go after people in Johannesburg city only. You also have the ability here to exclude different regions or cities or parts of cities. Let's keep this simple though. Johannesburg is our target. We then have the option to either choose audiences, which is more for remarketing purposes and display campaigns. For search it's more keyword focused. So we enter in how much we want to spend per day. Obviously that's entirely up to you. And then it asks us what objective we're after. In this case I want conversions, and it suggests a target CPA. You might want to be slightly more aggressive than the suggested target CPA to get your campaign running, but in this case I'm just going to choose the Google recommended cost per action. So we also have the ability here to add all kinds of different extensions to our ads. So that might be site link extensions, telephone numbers, and so on. I'm going to keep this really simple and just go straight through to the next section. In this section, this is where it's going to ask us to define what keywords we want to target. So Google will always suggest different keywords based on the URL that you just put in. You also have the option to choose either a standard campaign, which is based on keywords, or you can choose dynamic. Dynamic is more focused on looking at a specific landing page. So in this case we might want to choose the SEO pages specifically, and then Google will automatically scrape the content and surface ads to people who are searching for themes or topics in relation to that page's content. For this purpose I'm going to keep to standard. You'll see here there's a whole bunch of different keywords that it's asking for, and it's asking for an ad group name that sits under the campaign. So I'm going to keep it simple and just call it SEO services. And I'll look through this list and you'll notice that it's pulled quite a lot of different relevant terms. All of these are on broad match, which I'll explain just now. I'm only going to use 2 keywords just to keep things really simple. So people searching for SEO agency or SEO services. So I can put those 2 keywords into the box here. Then I have the ability to change the match type. So keeping things really simple, if you put the keywords that you're targeting in quotes, that essentially means phrase match. So if anybody's searching for anything in relation to that keyword, but in any order, your ad will show. Or you can be more restrictive and put things in square brackets, closing and starting, which is called exact match. There's also broad match, which can also pick up synonyms or different variations of the keyword that you're targeting. In this case, I'm just going to use an exact match one, so anyone searching for SEO agency, or anybody searching for any phrase containing SEO services. Next, I just hit save and continue. Obviously, if you were doing this for yourself, you'd take more care and attention to fill out all of the different keywords that you're targeting. It then asks me to create an ad. So I have the ability to change the display URL. So because we're targeting people searching for SEO services, I'm going to make the display URL /SEO services. You'll see on the right hand side it shows you an ad preview of what your advert's going to look like. Google will also auto-suggest headlines and descriptions. Obviously, you would normally populate this either with your own desired copy. In this case, I'm just going to go with what Google's suggesting. I hit save and continue. It'll then give me a little summary of what I've just created. So it'll tell me the budget, the leads I'm going after, the target CPA, all of the things that I just took you through. And then you'll see the publish button. So if I hit publish, it's now going to take those ads and keywords and submit them to Google. Within around a couple of hours, Google will approve that ad, hopefully, or reject it and tell you why it's rejected. And then your ads will start showing against those keywords, against the budget that you've set. And that's how easy it is to create a Google search campaign.